I just wanted to kind of bring Jordan up here to walk you guys through and just to kind of like be real with you guys. Right. I think this is like a really unique case here. So Jordan, just kind of, I'll ask you some questions, just, answer them out to
Yeah.
the best of your ability. But basically, like, Jordan went to high school with me, right? I used to copy off him in math class, right? Literally, right? And he saw everything I did in ecom, like years and years after, right? At Rutgers and everything, all that good stuff, right? And he's like, yo, like, I want to learn e-commerce, and he got involved, right? And what happened is George is at the point now where he's doing 1.5K a day, right, on his own brand, right? And he didn't really have like a background in e-commerce or anything like that before, right? And 1.5, like we have, the reason I think this is a unique case, guys, because Jordan kind of saw me from like, growing up from like zero and everything, right? So I think it's cool to get the perspective from Jordan. But also, Jordan, if you wouldn't just mind kind of sharing just like one, congratulations on your first 1.5K day. It's amazing. And if you could just share some, advice and, cool wins and or, things for people who are, at 1.5 or below, right? Just some things that you would mention to them, and pointers and feet and help and things like that. But you could kind of just take the floor and do your thing. And it's I know 1.5K day. Depending on who you ask, like that's a good start. A lot of people are doing like 100, like, 50K a day, whatever, right? But it's a great place to be, right? It's a great first milestone. I remember my first 1K day, so it's a big deal, right? So I would love to kind of share some insights on that, Jordan. You could kind of take it from here.
Yeah, sure. So yeah, I've known Justin for I think it's 15 years now. Went to high school with him, saw him growing up from nothing. I always followed him on everything just from being friends with him. Didn't know anything about e-commerce. Even while I was following him for the first like 5 to 10 years, I would just see him post all this stuff. He had thousands of followers at this point. Wins left and right. And I went to college, graduated, got a full-time job. I work on Wall Street. I still do right now, but I just wanted like a side business kind of to like have some additional income. And I was like, you know what? Let me just, hit up Justin. Let me see what's going on there. He's always doing good things, making a lot of money. He's got the R8, like all of that stuff.
The original
So,
white R8, right?
exactly. So, yeah, I got into e-commerce. It's not easy. I'll say that. Like, if you're looking for a get rich quick, like anything like that, this is not it. Like it really is like building a business from the ground up. You learn so much doing it, and it always feels like there's never a light at the end of the tunnel because you're creating a website, you're doing product research, there's so much that goes into it, and you're learning so much, and it just feels overwhelming. But at the end of the day, like if you just stick to it and just have like a schedule, you do certain things each day, accomplish some things each day, it all adds up and you start to see little successes and milestones from there. Obviously 1.5K a day, it's awesome. But my ultimate goal was 5K, 10K. Like I want to get to the point where I can quit my full-time job and just do this and flip businesses, build them up from the ground up, sell them. So yeah, I would say like the biggest advice in general is take your time with everything. Don't rush to get something out there and launch
Say
something.
that again for the people in the back, Jordan, please.
Yeah, don't rush any step of the process. Like really go through the university and get a good understanding of each aspect, the farm system, product research. Um, get your 20 products. Like don't get 10 products and be like, can I launch this? Like do the 20, get all the landing pages, do everything, and then just test. And I think it was my fourth product that I tested that ended up gaining some traction, and I ended up going with that.
And what number product was it for you? That's important as well. Say that again, Jordan.
I think it was the fourth product. So like the first few, like I either knew right away or they'd get a few sales, but like you really know when a product is going to work. And um, so I went with that product. I was selling a little bit, and so I'll take a step back here. So I've been selling this product for I think a little over a year now. So it's been a long time, but I didn't start off with the same exact version of the product I did now. So I started off with a product. I was getting customer feedback, people, and reviews, whatever it may be. And I was like constantly trying to improve the exact product that worked from the start just to like increase my conversion rate later. So I think that's very important too, just listening to your customers and just knowing what like the best thing for the market is.
That's huge. Like actually listening to consumers is huge, Jordan.
Yeah.
And for getting to the 3, 4, 5K days now, that's gonna take the cake along with creatives. That's what's the most important. And Marina asked a question. So she said, so for example, when you started, right? When did you start seeing consistent sales in that product? Like how long after you launching it?
Um, I mean, almost right away. Like I think like the first day of launching, I got like 5 sales or something, like 5 to 10 sales when the other ones were like 1 or 2, maybe even 0. So like you start to see like some traction pretty quickly. And if anyone here, I'm sure there's people that are just starting out, but if you know the farm system, the first step is algorithmic targeting. So with this product, when you get a sale, you have to duplicate the ad set. So I went through the alphabet of duplicating over 2 times with this one product. So that means like the first ad set, you get a sale, you duplicate 5 times, and then those duplications would get an ad set or a sale, and you duplicate those. And I would just keep duplicating, and it became so big that like it was pretty crazy actually with that product.
Yeah, and Jordan, like you're clearly a very smart dude, right? You work on Wall Street, you're a smart dude. But do you think this stuff is rocket science? Like, do you think it's really rocket science, right? Like, what is your opinion on that? Can someone who, never, you know, did marketing or anything like that, can they learn this? Can you learn this, right? It's gonna be
Yeah,
hard as
definitely.
hell, right? So, and you're gonna have to dedicate yourself, right? But it ain't rocket science, right? Walk us through your opinion on that.
No, not at all. I mean, the systems are in place. You gotta learn from you, Justin. Like you know what you're doing. I don't have a marketing background. I think I took one marketing class in high school. Like I don't know anything about it. So yeah, it's definitely not rocket science. It's really just like you learn as you go also.
100%. And for those, and Jordan, I appreciate that. This is awesome value, by the way. Thank you. Uh, just like you said, you didn't know much right away. You kind of learn as you go. For someone who's newer, think back to when you were new, right? And then you were just kind of thrown in the fire. I'm like, hey, here's all these systems, right? Hop on the mastermind. They're unlimited, like 7 hours long. Like, talk to someone who might be newer, right, and hasn't seen like the light or like even like done really much in marketing before. Like in terms of like that anxiety driven mindset, and like what do you know now, having gone through it, that you would have liked to tell yourself that might have been in that same position with anxiety and things like that?
Um, you just gotta like you just have to trust the process. I know that's a cliche, but like you just have to stick to it and don't get so caught up in the numbers of everything. Like as you could see with your brand that you just launched, like you can go from 5K a day to 10K a day in like a week.
A few
Like,
days. I think it was doing like 2K a day, like I feel like 2 weeks ago, right?
right. So like if you have like 3 months where you're doing, $300 a day and you're like, shit, like this is never gonna get any better, like trust me, it will. You just have to keep following the systems, keep adding creatives, like you've been saying. That's honestly, I'll say this. Um, what we've been doing recently with like the Watt CBO and like the new Andromeda update, like adding creatives, that's been huge for my brand. So
Amazing. And you're doing an exceptional job, Jordan. And again, like congratulations to you. And guys, if you wouldn't mind, let's give Jordan a round of applause down below. Like this guy deserves it. He's a hard ass worker, right? And he's making it, hey, he's made it happen. Right. And now he's gonna like I know he's going to be doing 3 to 5K days. He's disciplined and that's what's gonna happen. Right. So like he had the grit and the discipline to learn the process, even though he didn't know much about it before. Right. And now he's at the point where the guy's talking like an advanced marketer, right? You send the voice notes back and forth and what's that? He's talking like an advanced marketer, right? And you would never know that he never had background in marketing, right? It seems like he's a fucking professional, right? And that's the difference, right? When you learn this stuff, guys, yes, he's built a business that's doing 1.5K a day, that'll get to 5K and beyond. That's cool. That's all great, great. But now he knows marketing. He knows how to build these companies from scratch and the ground up. And I think that is so valuable, right? And Jordan, you should give yourself a lot of credit. You are an
Thank
incredible individual, genuinely. Like you're very, very smart and you're great at what you do, right? And I'm so happy to be part of this journey, right? So hopefully this could pay you back for letting you copy off me or off you a math class. Because I remember that, right? You let me
Yeah.
copy off you. I appreciate that so much. I remember at the time because it let me get through that class. Right. So hopefully I could give you some insights back, right, as well. Maybe they're not fully math based, but they're ecom marketing based. Right.
No, I appreciate everything, man. You've been such a huge help. And I also don't want to get on here and sound like I know everything and I'm an expert. Like I still have so much to learn, but like I just know like when I started out, it was a little scary to like try to be like, is all the work that I'm putting in actually going to pay off one day? Like,
And you knew me.
yeah,
Imagine for some of these people, they don't even know me in
right.
person, right? So it's probably double that feel, you know? So I appreciate you mentioning that, right? So keep that in mind, guys. It ain't like building a company and doing things like this, it ain't ever going to feel comfortable, right? It ain't never going to feel comfortable. But it's not until you actually throw yourself in the effing fire and you feel how it feels to be in the fire, right? And then you can start hanging out in the fire. And then all of a sudden the fire doesn't burn anymore, right? That type of stuff. So Jordan, amazing stuff, Ben. If there's any closing remarks that you'd like to say, anything that your closing remarks to anyone, veteran, right, doing 100K to 300K plus a month, or even who new folks, anything that you'd like to share, please do.
No, that's it. I mean, I'm just excited to try to scale this a lot higher.